Hey, back with you again. Now, before I get started, I'm going to be doing this is a little update about the rapist, pedophile, creep named the thing called Nicholas Nino. So I've done stories about this guy. So I'm gonna put links to my archive so you can listen to the whole situation of what happened, but and what he did. So, but if you want more details, you could just click on the links to the archives, which I'll put in the description box. And plus, in the description box, this video is also going to contain cussing. So you were warned, just like I've warned in all my videos about, you know, when I do my little rant videos. So as you can see, then update about the pedophile child rapist Nicholas Nino was has appeared in court again. I know I missed a couple of updates because don't get me wrong, the last two were very infuriating. What happened so far from and sometime in January, remember, like on my last video, I talked about how they were trying to pull the mental illness card. So then, when he went on to appear at the next court date, they said they were going to have him psychologically evaluated, which really pissed me the fuck off that they were going to pull the mental illness card. But thank goodness they then in a recent that came out about sometime last week, they said he's mentally fit and stable to appear in court, to appear in trial, especially considering what he did was premeditated. And let's not forget, he was caught in the fucking act with what he did, and he was caught on camera stalking his victim, who was 7 years old. Yes, the victim was 7 years old, and the injuries that this child sustained was so bad that they said this child almost died. That's how bad her injuries were because of what this thing did to this poor child. And not only that, here's where it goes from bad to worse. He's got more victims before this previous one. But like I said, if you want to hear the other stories, it's in one of my videos. I think the one about him having more victims is in my part two. Is in my part two video. So if you want to check that out. So let's hear the update about the rapist Nicholas Nino. Pics. A skinny Nicholas Nino weeps in the dock. The rapist Nicholas Nino weeps in the dock as trial dates for Doros rape set. Rape set. So I know I've been calling it Dros, but I pronounced it wrong. It was actually Doros. So my bad. So I just wanted to let you know. So the trial will take place from September 9th to the 20th. So the Doros the okay, no, we're not gonna call him the Dross rapist. Well, I'll just call him his name because the lynch me in South Africa also got some backlash, which I covered in my archives about their double standards and their hypocrisies. So let's fix this. Rapist Nicholas Nino appeared at the Pretoria Magistrate Court on Tuesday morning, where the date of its trial will be set for September 9th to the 20th of 2019, which is this year. This followed a court indictment saying that it would appear in September at the Gauteng High Court. If I'm pronouncing Gauteng wrong, North Gauteng wrong, I'm so sorry. High Court in Pretoria for trial. So there's that devil with its head slumped trying to hide his face, but no worry, we'll get to see his face. So Nicholas Nino stands on trial for raping a seven-year-old girl in the bathroom of the Doros restaurant in Silverton, Pretoria. So Nicholas Nino looked skinnier than its last court appearance. While waiting for the magistrate, those attending the court called on the demon to show its face. So the rapist was sniffling and weeping in the dock, and its representatives said they were still waiting for instructions on witnesses needed for the trial. Nicholas Nino faces 5 charges of rape, kidnapping, possession, possession and use of drugs, assault, and defeating the ends of justice. Basically, obstruction of justice, which I think I covered it in my part 3 video or my part 4, one of the two. It was one of the two I covered it, where basically he tried to destroy evidence of what this demon did. So, then here's some tweets, and that's about it. And oh, look at it. Oh, look at the devil crying like a little bitch. Look at it crying like a little bitch. Bitch. I don't feel sorry for you, motherfucker. That's the only one I'm crying. I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm crying for is the victim, and is the victim and the previous victims before, who are all children, which I discussed about in my first video, but about when I was going off, and I'm telling you. The sight of this demon really aggravates the hell out of me. And I know, like, the lamestream media in South Africa, they like purposely, and here's the double standard. At first, when this story came out, they tried to hide this piece of shit's name and face. But then, like, fortunately, the people in South Africa, to a point now, the mainstream media is getting all salty, saying, "Why are we called racist?" and trying to pull a "Why didn't I say so?" And he said, "We're just following the law." When yet there's been a bunch of double standards when the culprit who that commits like rape, murder, and the culprit is black, they are quick to name the culprit before he like that the scumbags will appear in trial, before they appear in trial and before they hit a plea. But with Nicholas Ninow, the scumbag already showed up at court the very same day that this demon committed the crime, and for a week they were trying to hide this demon's name and face. But thank goodness for social media that this sick bastard got exposed, and we know this demon's name, and we know what this demon's face. And now it's funny, like now, like they try to call this demon the Doors rapist, but people kept telling them no, it's Nicholas Ninow. And now, some articles that, like, as you can see, for example, you see they still calling this creep Doors. They're saying Ninow instead of Nicholas Ninow. But like here, like right here, that's it. The ENCA is still stubborn. These stubborn motherfuckers are still calling this thing Doris rapist, when we pretty much know what the demon's name and what this demon looks like. There's no point in trying to hide it. And they're only just further proving everybody's point. So, but I even, like, it's funny, in this story I even addressed in my video before, that it's really funny, like how Me Too, they're saying, like how they're saying, oh, they're for black women, black girls who have been violated and whatnot. But it's funny how they didn't talk about this very disturbing case, even though if they're going to use the excuse like, oh, but that happened overseas. But I'm like, I thought you said you're for black women and for black girls, right? And they're also considering the victim is a black girl, a little black girl, 7 years old, violated by this demon. But of course, I can tell you why, like, Me Too and Time's Up won't talk about this case. Well, you know what? Tarana Burke, the founder of Me Too, said this straight out of her fucking mouth, which just goes to show how much of a fucking joke this Me Too is. And that's why I go off on these stupid ass black feminists on my channel, like these stupid ass feminists, especially stupid ass black feminists, because of what the fuck she said. And this is Me Too in a nutshell. And this is a quote. She said, and this is what she said: "Why is it my job to go after white men?" Yeah, yeah, she said this. And it's on her tweets. And if you think I'm pulling shit out of my ass, here's someone screenshotted it just in case. And her tweet's still there. Her tweet's still there, mind you. Like, yeah. Again, asks me this, and when your black man may be held accountable for predatory behavior, and says, "Why is it my job to go after white men? And since when standing for black women and black girls is anti-black?" Tarana Burke, you sure as hell not standing up for this victim. But of course, yeah. But I can see why you didn't want to go after. Oh, yeah. Oh, because the fucking creep is white. So you think black women, and black girls aren't being attacked, raped by those outside of the black community? I mean, like I said, with me, I can't stand rapists. I can't stand them. I don't, regardless of color, regardless of background. But I'm saying if you're gonna hold like like when the culprit or rapist is black to the fullest extent of the law, put the same fucking energy and put the same energy as you did as you put the same energy as you do on these motherfuckers on scumbags like Nicholas Neal the same way you do with black men. That's all the fuck we're saying. That's why this is one of those first them, and this is why I support the First Amendment movement because it's actually going after all pedophiles, fair and fucking square, and they should all be held accountable. Even though, like I said, this scumbag needs to get the fucking Dharma treatment. So, so I'm gonna be keeping a close eye. What's gonna happen on September? This is gonna be a while. I mean, I don't know why we have to wait till September, but hopefully they finally lock this thing up for good. So comment, subscribe, give me your 2 cents. As Nicholas Nino, I said, give this sick bastard a Dharma treatment. And boy, oh boy, ooh, I hope the inmates really fuck him up. And that's my 2 cents. I'm out.